You know, it's been too long since I talked about Koss. Therefore, I introduce the Koss KPH-40 utility, in beige, of course, to show that I have class. This literally just came up in my Amazon recommendations, and Koss, if you're watching, I adore this beige with 3D glasses colorway. I'll buy pretty much anything in it. I've been listening to them, so I guess I should talk about the sound. The bass has moderate emphasis, giving it decent depth and impact. To me, it doesn't go too far. It doesn't get woofy or bloated, but it's still pretty powerful. The mid-range is alright. The overall sound has a little bit of a V shape, so there's not a lot of mid-range, but it feels relatively clear and consistent, so no real complaints about it. It's fine. The treble is emphasized as well. It's not incredibly precise, but it has decent presence and it's not overly harsh. Overall, this is a very solid headphone for the price. It's about $50 depending on where you buy it, and it does go on sale periodically, of course. And it does kind of slap at that price point. The closest comparison would be this other Koss stereo phone, the KPH-40i. It's more like $30, of course, but it's bulkier and it's made of plastic. I want to say the KPH-40 is maybe a little bit bassier, but I can't find any data to corroborate that at all. I think they're realistically voiced pretty much the same, with a different form factor to the earpieces that might be affecting my perception slightly. Design-wise, the KPH-40 is made of metal. It's very thin metal, but metal construction, very lightweight. This thing will probably hold up fine. I don't know, I'll post about it again if it breaks. The clamping force is rather light, but since the headphones are light as well, that's fine. They don't really go anywhere. I don't know that I would exercise in them, but they hold still well enough for being like normal listening headphones and like doing stuff, you know. They do, yeah, I should probably mention that they do pull out hairs occasionally. Not tons, but noticeably, you know. The drivers appear to be retuned versions of the Porta-Pro drivers, even using what seems to be the same mounting system back there, if you can see it. I can't say this enough. I like that. Make a decent driver and just keep making it. Retune it if you want. Just be like Honda, okay? Make that K24 engine and just keep going with minor adjustments occasionally. A good machine is a good machine. It just makes sense to spend that initial design cost, invest that initial money, and make something good, and then just sort of keep it going to pay off, you know, the development cost. The utility title references this interesting little connector at the split between left and right. Koss makes compatible end bits that go to Lightning and USB-C connectors, since headphone jacks have been removed for your convenience. With this setup, you can pop off this end bit and pop on one that integrates with the mind-destroying cosmic horror box of your choosing. I don't know that I feel this is all that necessary. When I first got it, I was having signal issues. I would get like crackling and stuff. And I eventually traced it back to this connector. A little bit of wear in, and it seems like it's pretty much fixed, but it still seems like an unnecessary additional failure point if you're just using the standard headphone jack at the end. Although I do want to give credit for this fettuccine cable. I don't know if you can see that. It's very flat and thin. I don't know that it has any practical purpose. I'm viewing it as an artistic choice, and I like it a lot. It's fun to fidget with. It feels great in the hand. It looks pretty cool, though that's coming from me, so grain of salt, you know. I just think it's cool. In fact, I like these things a lot. Behind the scenes notes, a couple weeks ago, I accidentally blew up my monitor headphones for my microphone here. Yeah, I forgot to turn the gain down on an active mic. It's fine, it's fine. Notably, these kind of fit a lot of my personal criteria for that use case. They are comfortable, they're high efficiency. They don't need a lot of volume to drive them. They're decently accurate, and they're pretty cheap. And again, on that final note, my current ones are exploded. I am just hearing distortion in the right ear. So I don't want to buy like expensive headphones for it. I don't want to use any of my expensive headphones for it. This I'm probably actually going to record with. So yeah, I might pop these things in here. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a nice evening. Consider liking and subscribing.